In order to make a spot stand out from the rest, it needs to captivate the audience, it needs to hold your attention. I think you need to believe it. You don't necessarily have to like it, but I think it has to persuade you of something. It has to capture your attention and just not let you go.
You just want to engage with something, you know, you want to be able to really watch it and want to watch it over and over, and maybe every time you see it, you see something new in it.
You got to have, you know, cultural relevance. You got to say something that connects to people and something that means something to them.
Overall, you know, we've been looking for that special singular voice that comes through in a commercial, whether it be through direction, whether it be through musical arrangement or conception.
I think it's about an original idea that's extremely well crafted.
But for me, it's originality, you know, something that's not totally derivative, but you know, if it's a series of references, maybe they're put together in a fresh way to make the point, you know, to make a strong commercial point. Ultimately, it has to sell the product.
I mean, I think it has to combine a lot of things. It has to have a solid strategic message. It has to have a great story arc. You hope that the craft itself is impressive.
You need an amazing music producer.
Wonderful creative.
No, you really do. You need an idea. I mean, it just starts with that. I mean, when you watch the spot still, no matter what it looks like or whatever, the spots that resonate are always the ones that people go, oh, wow, that was funny, or that was fresh, or that was original.
And again, it comes down to idea, execution. And if you have a really good piece of work, you may have one of those two things. But to have a really, really, really good piece of work, with this group of people judging it, you absolutely have to have both a great kernel to begin with, the idea, the genesis of it, and execution has to be flawless, kind of across the board.
A spot needs to touch you. It needs to do something with you. You know, it evokes something. Either you're happy or you're sad or you're like, whoa, what was that? But it does something. And I think that's the main, you know, objective of a spot, to get you. And to get a consumer, to get the person who's watching it. And a lot of them have that.
If it has a terrific story arc and a real tie back to that brand, inherent in that brand, is going to be, you know, a terrific spot.